Yo, Stan, what is your deal, man? What's with the get up here?
First of all, when you address me, you call me Dylan, man. Me a part of the Knights of Ren. You call me Dylan Ren.
First of all, why are you talking with a Jamaican accent? You're not even Jamaican. And Dylan Ren? That's gotta be the dumbest name I've ever heard.
When I change identity, me change the whole thing. Me don't change just the name, man. Me change the whole identity from head to toe, man. Me part of the Knights of Ren.
You're not Jamaican. Your name's not Dylan Ren, alright? You're Stanley from Louisiana, alright? Your country. Drop that fake Jamaican accent.
Who are the 5 best Sith Lords ever, man? Think about it. Dylan, 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 and Dylan. Because we're strong in the Force, man.
Anyways, man, this is what I called you over here for. So, yeah, I just found out that Lando Calrissian is not going to be in the new trilogy, man.
And Lando not going to be another new trilogy?
They need a role model. Hug or something. Alright, so yo, this is the last Star Wars review until The Last Jedi. And like I promised, I'm here with my Force Awakens review, loaded with spoilers, because if you haven't seen Force Awakens, shame on you. That movie's been out for 2 years. If you're a Star Wars fan, you should have seen it. So let's get into it. So here we go. Force Awakens dropped in December of 2015, the first Star Wars movie in 10 years since Revenge of the Sith. So I will say that The Force Awakens was a breath of fresh air to Star Wars fans. Now, a lot of people complained and said, well, it's just a remake of New Hope, and they just reusing New Hope or whatever. So what? I mean, to me, I don't think it was a remake of New Hope. I think that it did take a lot of things from A New Hope, but my deal is that I think that it returned back to the Star Wars formula or what Star Wars is supposed to be. Because Lucas, when he did the prequels, Lucas got so far away from what we loved about Star Wars, like it almost didn't feel like Star Wars anymore. So The Force Awakens was just a return, a reintroduction back to Star Wars and what we loved about it. So I had no issue with that. So Force Awakens is the story of Rey. Rey lives on Jakku, similar to Luke was on Tatooine. Okay, she's a scavenger. She has to sell parts, like scrap parts, just to eat on a daily basis. So Rey's pretty much she's at the bottom of the barrel. She's a nobody pretty much. And she comes across Finn, who is a deserter stormtrooper who just doesn't have it in him to be a stormtrooper and kill. And he escapes with pilot Poe Dameron, played by Oscar Isaac, who was also Apocalypse in X-Men Apocalypse. But I'm not going to hold that against him. So Rey has the BB-8 droid who has the map to where Luke Skywalker is, which is very important. So she's on a mission to bring that back to the Resistance. I think that's what they were called in the movie. I forgot. And now we have our adventure. That's the little synopsis or whatever. Overall, enjoyable movie. Like I said, it lacked originality. It lacked any that. There wasn't anything really groundbreaking about this movie, you know. And whereas with the original trilogy, when you compare the original trilogy to the other sci-fi movies at that time, it was head and shoulders above everybody else. And with Star Wars, now with The Force Awakens, there are sci-fi movies now that give it a run for its money, you know, that are almost on the same level, if not kind of surpassed it as far as originality and groundbreaking stuff. I love the chemistry between Rey and Finn. I really thought their chemistry worked good, and in a way, I wanted to see them hook up, but I know interracial relationships on screen, especially a big movie like that, is almost taboo. You know what I mean? So I know that they really were going to go there, but you can see the sexual tension in the air. Well, at least with Finn, I know Finn wanted to hit that badly because Rey is what's her name? Daisy Ridley. Yeah, she is kind of sexy. It was bittersweet seeing Han Solo and Chewie again because you know I did love seeing them again, but Han really served no purpose except to die. Harrison Ford wanted Han Solo to die in Return of the Jedi, but he didn't get his way. George Lucas wanted this to be a family-friendly film, so Han stayed alive. So I guess the only way he would return for this one is if you killed his character off, in which they did. that scene should have affected me more than what it did. I guess because I, just like everybody else, I think I saw it coming. The way the whole scene was set up, I'm like, okay, Han's about to get killed. But when Chewie let out that growl after he, after he got killed, like that kind of got me a little bit. But other than that, I really didn't feel it when Han died. I guess because it was long overdue. Like Han should have probably been dead a long time ago. So almost like Glenn in The Walking Dead. Now let's get to Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren was on his way to becoming a really memorable, epic villain. He was on his way. His introduction was gangster. He started out really menacing. I was like, okay, I can get on board with this guy. I think he's going to be... And then this happened.
We have no confirmation, but we believe FN 2187 may have helped in the escape.
Yeah, Kylo Ren started out as a badass, and then he became like this whiny brat who would throw temper tantrums when he didn't get his way. And not to compare him to Vader, because Vader is probably one of the best on-screen villains of all time. But yeah, Vader had anger issues, but Vader dealt with his anger in a lot more cooler manner. Like, you felt his anger, but he never like really spazzed out and like just flipped out. Like, Vader would just either kill you, crush you, or intimidate you, or just give you just a little choke just so you can feel his power and his presence. But Vader really didn't, he never spazzed out like that, and that's what made him memorable. Rey showed that she was stronger in the Force than he was, and it's funny, like, he felt her power, like he knew that he wasn't as strong as her, but he's like, yeah, you need to teach her. I can teach you. What can you teach that girl? That girl is kicking your ass and she's stronger than you. What in the world can you teach her? I kind of had a problem with Finn a little bit, because even from the trailers, Finn is, he spends most of the movie, most of the trailer, running and scared and frantic and sweating. And I'm like, dang, they had to take the one brother that was in the movie and make him the scary guy. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. But I'm going to admit, when I first saw Force Awakens, I was like, yeesh, yeah, Carrie Fisher didn't age too good. Oh boy, that's not the same Princess Leia that I remember in the slave outfit. One of the things I didn't like about this movie was that it was advertised to have Luke Skywalker in it, and he shows up at the very end, and it's like a non-speaking cameo. It's just like 2 minutes of him just staring at Rey, and Rey looking back at him holding a lightsaber out. And I'm like, damn, I wish we could have got more Luke than that. But evidently, we're gonna get a lot more of him in The Last Jedi, so I'm excited for that. At first, when I first saw it, my first reaction was, okay, I did enjoy that better than Return of the Jedi, until I gave it a few more viewings, and like I said, I changed my mind a lot. So, thinking about it now, yeah, as a whole, as a movie as a whole, it is more watchable than Return of the Jedi, because I can watch The Force Awakens from beginning to end and be interested in the whole thing. Return of the Jedi lost me at times, especially with that whole battle on Endor, and then, the whole scene with Jabba the Hutt and all that. It kind of lost me a little bit. Like, I just wanted to get to this stuff with Luke and Vader. So, as a whole, as a movie as a whole, technically Force Awakens is better than Return of the Jedi. But it didn't tug on the heartstrings like Return of the Jedi did. Return of the Jedi tugged on the heartstrings. The whole thing with Luke and his pops, man, like, it got you. Like, that last shot where you see Vader burning and, Luke is looking at him and that music is playing, like that, it just kind of, it gets you, man. Force Awakens had no moments like that. Like, the moments of nostalgia got me, especially when Rey reached out for the lightsaber, and the lightsaber came to her, and you hear the, the classic, dun, 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 dun. I did get chills in that part, but there was nothing that really got me emotionally like Jedi did. So that's why, yeah, Force Awakens may be better, but Jedi just got me more on an emotional level, and that's what it's all about with these movies. So overall, I'm gonna give Force Awakens a B+. Not quite an A, but I do give it a B+. I really enjoyed this film. And you're probably asking, okay, since you're reviewing all the Star Wars movies, how come you haven't reviewed Rogue One yet? Because I don't want to. All right, I'm gonna give you a real quick review on Rogue One. Probably one of the quickest reviews you'll ever see from me. Okay, this is my Rogue One review. It sucked up until Vader's part. D-. There you go. My Rogue One review. Alright, so Force Awakens gets a B+. Last Jedi opens up this week. What did you guys think of The Force Awakens? Did you dig it? Did you think it was just a copycat of A New Hope and just trash on it? Comment below, comment freely. Let me know what you think about it. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.